All right, so here we are at 9-4, problem C and problems D. And so it says here, if the measure of angle 2 is 67 degrees, so I'm going to write in 67 degrees, what is the measure of angle 5? All right, so notice the relationship between 2 and 5, what is it? And think about what we know about straight lines to help you figure out that missing angle measure. All right, so going to the equation of this problem, it might look something like 67 plus the measure of angle 5 equals 180 degrees because it's a straight line here. So what would the measure of angle 5 be? And then we have problem D. If the measure of angle 6 is 4x plus 23 and the measure of angle 4 is 3x plus 17, find the measure of angle 6. So here, again, I'm going to set up an equation showing that the relationship between these two angles adds up to 180 degrees. So if I do that here for part D, I'm going to have this equation that adds up to 180. And inside of it, I'm going to have my two angle measures. First, I'll have 4, which I'll do in green, and that is 3x plus 17. And then I have measure of angle 6, which is 4x plus 23. And when I add these two together, that's going to give me 180. So here I need to do a little bit of algebra to solve for that missing angle, which again, we are trying to find the measure of angle 6. So this angle right here. All right. So first off, we want to combine like terms. So I know 3x can go with my 4x. So then I get 7x, and then I combine 23 and 17. That's going to give me plus 40 equals 180. Now remember, to solve a two-step equation, the first thing we want to do here is get that variable by itself. And so we're going to subtract 40 from both sides to cancel out that plus 40. Now we have 140 equals 7x. The opposite of multiplying by 7 would be dividing by 7. So we need to divide by 7 here. What we do to one side, we have to do to the other. There we have x equals 20. All right, now is 20 degrees what the measure of angle 6 is? Well, it looks obtuse, so that doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense. What might I have to do to figure out what the measure of angle 6 is, knowing that the equation that represents it is 4x minus 23. Remember, x we just found is 20 degrees. All right, so think about how you can solve what the measure of angle 6 is, knowing that x is 20 degrees, and the equation for the measure of angle 6 is 4x minus 23. All right, that's where you're going to write it underneath part D, and then paste that into the document.